That freaks me out. Every time someone's like, let me see your analytics, I'm like, do you want me to take my bra off too? Like, this is...
This is too much. This episode.
Sorry, guys.
Welcome to Broken Famous, the podcast for influencers by influencers. We're your host, SmallTownHollywood,
and Bryce ProtoJ.
Today we have a guest. Bryce, would you like to do the introduction?
Yes, so first guest on the pod, got a little write-up. So our guest today is an influencer and musical artist with over 2 million followers across all social platforms. From the X Factor stage to your TikTok For You page, she has been making waves through not only the social media space, but also the music industry. From her viral TikTok series, 3 Random Word Generator, to millions of streams on Spotify, she touts her impressive songwriting skills. Our guest today is the one, the only, Drew Ryn.
Thank you. Is she coming in or?
Where's? Oh, there she is. Oh my God.
Hey, guys.
Drew, how are you? How's your
Sorry,
day?
that intro was just, it wasn't true. No, I'm just kidding.
We hyped you up.
Where,
there's probably more.
Is she coming later or?
This is you. Wait, where is? Did we get the right girl? This is the wrong person. Where's the intern at? Lord.
I'm just sitting in.
Anyway, Drew, how was your day? Tell us a little bit about your day today.
It was very good. I just drove here, and that was very good. I really liked it. No, I'm just
driving.
Kidding. I was actually working on my next hit album this morning.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, and a movie that I'm going to star in. It's a self-made documentary about my very interesting life.
Sounds like you have a more interesting life than I do. But anyway, let's get into an icebreaker. A little
Whoa.
Yeah, what?
We need to hit something first.
Hit something?
Yeah, the topic. We had a little banter before we turned the cameras on.
Yeah, we had to stop talking because it was so good. Everything we said was gold.
Yeah, Drew had us going for a second. I was fully convinced. So, feet pics.
Oh, that's a real icebreaker right there.
Feet pics. Yeah, so I was just telling the guys that they've been selling feet pictures and they're selling them for too cheap.
Oh my God.
We were asking for advice. What was the what was the
like,
site?
I need to put some context to this.
I haven't been serious yet on this, but on a serious note, Jarek brought up brought up a good point, which is there are armpit people too.
Okay, let's put some context. The reason why we're talking about this, I brought up I was singing a song that I did for a company, which I won't say the company because they didn't fully pay me yet. But I wrote a song for a feet fit company. And then Drew's like, oh yeah, I'm on Wiki Feet or something. And we looked it up and she is. There's a ton of feet pictures of her.
I don't lie.
Which I don't know how much traffic goes to that website, but I don't know. Looks like you can sell some feet pics in the future.
A lot of traffic, all on foot.
But yeah, like you were saying, there's some armpit people too.
No, you were saying. I wasn't saying.
I don't remember that.
So can you elaborate on that? I don't want the people to be confused and turn this off.
Okay, for me personally, I understand the feet thing because I mean, girls can like pretty up their toes or guys, I don't know, you like paint them, make it look like aesthetic. How do you make an armpit pretty? You know what I mean?
I mean,
shave
hair,
it?
no hair, braided.
Yeah, I've seen people dye their hair.
Braided.
I mean, what? Yeah, do people want like full shaven tan lines? I don't know.
Oh, yikes!
And does it stop at armpits though? Like,
Yo.
I mean, you got your arm crevices, right? What about your?
Ooh, girls, I don't know about that.
If it's more about the smell, I feel like there's it's scientific. Okay, so be mature, guys. But there are pheromones in your sweat. I think it's a smell thing. I think they like to look at it because it reminds them of when they were young and they first smelled their own mother's pheromones.
Ooh, tucked under to the right under the armpit.
Exactly.
So it starts.
Exactly.
I
don't like that. Miley Cyrus was a big like contributor to the armpit thing though. She like dyed her armpit hair. Do you remember that? Like 4 years ago when she was in the We Can't Stop phase.
Yeah, honestly, dyed armpit hair is so sick.
Oh, I love it, bro.
Y'all
I do it every day.
That.
I do it. You want to see?
Maybe we
are. Can we put this on the screens? My armpit.
We're just playing dumb. We know exactly what this is about.
Okay. Well,
you guys roped me in.
We're just testing you out.
You planned this?
So anyway, can you show us more feet pics by chance?
We know you do the feet stuff. We're just trying to segue.
Why don't you go ahead and show your armpits while you're
I'll show my armpit if you show your feet.
Ew.
Okay.
All right. Let's get into the icebreaker. As much as I love talking about feet and armpits.
Me too.
Well, so for the icebreaker, I guess I'll kick that off. Our icebreaker is I will be chugging a little icy. So will Bryce. He will chug an icy for, I think, 15 seconds. And then you as well will be chugging an icy. Here, everyone grab their ices. And after the 10, 15 seconds, make sure you have a brain freeze. And we're going to fast fire a lot of questions to you.
How are you confident that you can ask me questions with a brain freeze?
I'm pretty confident. I practice this every night. I've been excited for this one.
Yeah, the idea was to make it hard on you, but I didn't really think that if we have brain freezes, it could be difficult to ask questions as well. But
this is my 4th slushy today, actually.
Liar.
I'm
are you
practicing.
serious?
Yeah, we've been prepping all week for this.
I'm just kidding. That's why my
ice baths, cold showers.
I didn't even y'all didn't even prep me. I didn't know I could prepare. Practice. All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I'm already there. I'm already there. Let's go.
Start it.
Which favorite color?
I don't. It's glitter.
Cats or dogs or both?
Dogs only. Sorry.
Which orange came first, the color or the fruit?
The fruit, obviously.
Yes.
Why is it called taking a dump? Shouldn't it be called leaving a dump instead?
Shouldn't be called whatting a what?
What have you forgotten today?
I haven't forgotten it.
Are eyebrows also considered facial hair?
I'm crying. Yes, they're on your face.
Why is it called beauty sleep even though you wake up looking like a hot mess?
You don't know how I wake up.
I don't know.
Which superpower would you not want? Drink more.
I don't want any.
Drink.
I only like reality. I'm just too. I'm too vanilla.
If you punch yourself in the face and it hurts, are you weak or are you strong? Answer the question.
I'm sorry, weak.
A runaway trolley is about to run over and kill 5 people. You're standing in front of a footbridge next to a large stranger. Your body isn't light enough. It's too light to stop the train, but if you push the stranger in front of the train, killing him, you'll save 5 people. Do you push the man?
I think, but it was hard to follow.
Whoa, you would push the man?
Poorly read. But
oh my god,
that's it for our questions.
She just said she would push the guy. She just killed somebody.
That means you're a psychopath.
Brain freeze. I'm not in the right state of mind.
I don't know if you know this, but that question is used to tell people are psychopaths or not, psychopathic tendencies. If you push the man, you're a psychopath.
I only heard the question. But I am a psychopath, so fair.
Your team is not going to like that. Anyway.
My team's going to hate that.
That wasn't bad for the first.
That wasn't bad.
After 5 seconds, the brain freeze kind of goes away.
I kept re-upping.
I think we need to keep sipping when you're not talking.
After
I was sipping. I was re-upping. That's why I couldn't. I'm not a psychopath, guys.
I don't know about that, but anyway.
I'd push the I failed that test.
That one, yeah, that was good. This is delicious, but I don't need a. We need a sugar rush halfway through. Well, thank you for the icebreaker. Do you feel like your ice has been broken? That sounds weird, but
have we broken your ice?
Have we broken your ice? Or just chiseled it at least?
Yes, guys.
All right, sweet. All right, well.
My team's like, take that out.
Right. You're not allowed to have that.
She's not allowed to say that.
You can't talk about the color orange, whether it's a fruit or a color.
I just lost my Disney contract.
Oh,
I don't have a Disney contract.
All right, let's get into segment number 2. Bryce.
What's trending? So we've got our second segment here. The idea is each week we're going to bring one of our favorite viral videos or trend that's happening at the week, or it could be old. But so we all brought clips in.
Yes.
And we're going to pop them up on screen so for you guys to watch with us as well.
Yes, Drew, we got yours.
We're going to start with
Who are we starting with?
Let's start with Bryce's.
Okay.
And then we'll end with you.
Okay, perfect.
I'm excited for yours. I just feel like it's going to be crazy.
All right, this is controversial. I don't know if it's funny or not.
Well, maybe we should.
If you guys don't think it's funny, just please laugh a little bit. Give me a courtesy laugh.
Like, ha ha.
Is this actually trending?
I mean, it went viral, but
sweet.
Is it a trend? I don't know.
Oh.
Snack cam. Looking for this?
Oh my god, I saw this.
Oh god.
You lose foot.
Somebody's face. Thanks. No problem.
Those all Gibby.
Man, this sleepover is the best.
You know what would make it even better?
Bro, this is actually brilliant. Does that mean where's the toilet or something?
Okay, first of all, that type of humor is trending. So you're sort of right. That is trending.
And it's shot like a Nickelodeon show. It's hilarious.
Right.
The best part is, though, those guys got together and they're like, this would be so funny. Just follow along. And then they all like got on the, you know how that happens when you're going to make a video, you get on the same,
and you're all like
oh,
locked in. Can we acknowledge the editing on that though? The reversed and then the re-reverse and then the like cropped in, all of those, the iCarly and all of the heads were Gibby. Like there's so many little things. I feel like why that's trending is you can rewatch that 100 times and catch something different every single time.
Yeah. So when I first watched that, I was like, this is genius. From the standpoint that like they keep your attention the entire time, but they keep flipping like what the narrative is of the clip. But I feel like on TikTok now, to be able to trend and go viral, like you have to do something creative. You have to have more of that storytelling element to it.
Oh, yeah, for
it's
real.
like those dudes. When I saw this video, I was like, this is brilliant. Like what they're doing, the way they're editing, it's like fresh. It's new for TikTok, and I'm sure they've been doing it for a while, and that's their thing. That's
yeah, they probably did Vine and whatever.
Yeah,
before.
Jericho, we met him at Playlist, and they all roll up in a squad too. He used to be known for wearing like this little like helicopter hat thing too.
Okay.
But they're some of the sweetest kids I've ever met.
Oh, so you've met them.
Well, one of them unfollowed me on social media. I won't say any names. But whatever. Anyway.
Well, I will say there is another trend that goes with what you were saying, how you don't know what's happening next. There's a trend right now that's like, don't let them know what you're going to do next. And people are like,
I saw that.
it's like they're going to take off their pants, but then they put on a second pair of pants or something like that. So that does go with, people like to not know what's going to happen next. And the quick clips, that's so important. Like for people who want to be content creators, you got to move quickly. You can't like leave the same shot. It's not a podcast. Sorry, guys. But yeah, you got to like clip, so that people don't keep scrolling.
That is a good trend though. I've seen that a lot.
The don't let them know what they're doing
never
next.
know what you're or never know your next move.
Next move, yeah.
Never let them know your next move. Anyway, is this mine? Are we doing mine now?
Yeah, it's gonna be yours.
Okay.
No matter what I do, all I think stay alive. Oh my God. Hey guys, you ready? You ready? Katie, what's our starting note? 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, whenever you're ready, take your time, okay? Me and you, don't be nervous.
Oh my God, bro. That one's weird. Oh my God.
Ooh, listen, baby, ain't no mountain.
That's my favorite one.
Wow.
Dude, that has been flooding.
This is my first time seeing this.
Dude, that's flooded my For You page. I don't know if it's because I'm in like the music niche or not, but that one is like every single video has like 2 million views too.
That's so funny. That's like the dream, is to accidentally do something that everybody gets on the same like sense of humor and uses it.
Oh my God.
I wish I was that like funny / unfunny to do something random like that then just goes viral.
Yeah, I mean that one's like new. I think it's at 33,000 videos made to it, and it came out like
really?
3 days ago. So I'm like,
wow,
that's crazy. Yeah,
crazy.
I wonder what the chick's thinking of that. I don't know if she.
I don't know. Maybe she just like deleted it off her phone or something. She goes back on. She's viral.
Oh
That'd
my
be
gosh.
wild.
The goal.
Yeah, but that one's utilizing the duet feature hard.
Right.
Like,
you don't see a
Lord.
ton of massive duet trends either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
They're few and far between, but there's that songwriting one or like open verse challenge. That was massive as well.
As a musician,
dude,
that's
that-
the dream.
That was intentional.
Yeah.
Imagine that's all you post is like a 5-second clip of just doing that. And you wake up the next day and there's like 10,000 videos of people making memes to you.
That would be crazy. Lord. I don't even know if I would like that actually. All right, let's get to
I like
Drew's
to be
video.
made fun of. I feel like I would like that. When some people get bummed out that they're getting made fun of on the internet, if it's that funny and that viral, I would love it.
Oh my
Because
God.
you'd be so cool at parties. Like you go to a college party and everyone's like,
You're the
oh,
ah
you're
girl."
the ah girl.
You're the
I am a
ah girl.
psychopath, guys.
Oh my God.
All right, Drew, any context to the clip you brought?
Yeah, so this trend, I like went serious with this. Like, well, this trend is not serious, but it's the Sprite challenge where people try to drink a Sprite without burping.
Oh, man.
Which
I've seen this.
I have, what is it, emetophobia? If people throw up or something, like I will throw up, like sympathetic vomiting. So
about to
this
watch
trend
throw
actually
up?
really freaks me out, but I'll talk about why I picked this after you play it.
All right, here we go.
This is my 11th attempt at trying to drink a whole Sprite without burping. Yeah, let's see if I can do it.
She's about to throw up. I don't know.
No, she won't. She won't.
Okay. One eye literally rolled back.
This is her 11th try.
That's like ice cold looking too. So she's getting the coldness and the bubbles.
She's like the most viral one doing this.
Really?
Yeah, you'll see at the NY.
Oh my God. This looks miserable. She about to be bloated for days. Oh, dang.
It's getting intense.
Oh, gross.
So everybody's hopping on this trend because of that. But I wrote down like 3 reasons why a trend like this works. So on the side of like doing TikToks myself, I create TikToks for creators and brands, and they always want to know like what can we do to be the most viral brand, or what can we do to be the most viral creator. There are 3 things that make that kind of trend work, which is first is familiarity. So everybody knows Sprite. You can literally imagine how she feels because basically everyone's tried Sprite. So it's familiar to you. Second is ego. You want to see what you would be like doing that, right? Like after you see her try that, you're like, I want to see what I would look like doing this trend.
Yeah, you get all those comments are like, my toxic trait is thinking I could do this all by myself.
Exactly. It fuels your ego trying to see if you could beat her, because this is her 11th try and it has 3 million likes on it. And then the last one is curiosity. So you're curious. Like, I'm curious if that's actually possible, because all these creators are doing it, so it must be pretty difficult. So people get curious, and now they're all doing it, and now you have a trend. So those are like 3 things that I would do if I was trying to create a trend to
that pushes watch time all the way, because people want to see like, oh, watch the end of the video. Is she going to throw up? Is she going to burp? Is she going to be fine?
Yeah, because all of those videos are super long.
Yeah.
So
how long was that one?
that was 1 minute and 1 second.
Oh, man.
There's also psychology in that too, of like, this has already gone viral and it's kind of slow. It's a slow build up, but then if it's that long and it's so popular already, there's something at the end.
Exactly.
So like, you're going to watch all the way through, and then the way that she cuts it so abruptly after she burps, you're like, oh, I want to see that again.
Oh, bro,
so
yes,
you'll watch
100%.
the watch time. It's got to be massive on those clips.
Yeah, and during it, they're probably reading all those comments as well, waiting.
Yep. So I think that's cool. I like when I see a trend that's like, I could replicate that for a brand or for another TikToker, something like that. So
yeah, that was a good.
That's why I brought it, guys. Sorry to get all serious.
No, I love how prepared you were too. You pull your phone out, you got like notes going.
Because I wrote it down last night. As I was falling asleep, this always happens. I'll be like thinking about something, and I was like, there are 3 reasons why that video did so well, and then I just wrote it down and then went to bed. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Well,
thanks, Drew.
I'm gonna leave.
Anyway, so let's get into the actual interview of who you are. I mean, although we both know you very well, or at least somewhat
we've met before.
Yeah, I know. From back when I was in the vlogging days, the National Family, and I met you at that.
Throw that up on the screen.
No, we're not doing that.
We are.
Yeah, he sent me a picture the other day that when we met and didn't know that we had met.
Oh God, maybe we'll throw that up there.
Do you remember that? Did you remember that was me? Like,
No, I didn't.
I do sort of remember taking the picture, but I'm not sure that we actually like shook hands. Or
Was Dylan wearing
there, yeah.
like a red suit?
Yes.
I do remember. I remember talking to him a lot.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny with Colby and everyone. But anyway, Drew, we know you, but our audience might not. So who are you? Who is Drew Ryn?
Well, I like to consider myself hot. I'm a musician. I'm a singer first, and then as of like the last couple years, I've been doing TikTok. Now I'm an influencer. No, I just wanted to keep up with the way things are growing, and being sort of an influencer is a way to grow your music. So although I don't really consider myself an influencer, I do want my music to have influence. So musician, influencer with music, podcaster. I have a podcast too, guys.
Come on,
Laundry Day. Check it out.
Plug.
That's good.
It's called Laundry Day. We just air out everybody's dirty laundry. And yeah, I'm just a dog lover. That's it. That's all.
The best kind of lover. Dog lover.
So take us way back. Have you always been into music? Always been singing? Were you one of those kids that was around the house singing Kids Bop?
Yeah, my parents got me an American Idol themed karaoke machine. That was like a big thing in the early 2000s. And they got me one. They didn't know I could sing or anything. And I was singing one time and my mom ran down the hall. I thought I was in trouble, like for being loud. And she was like, was that really you singing? And I was like, yes, am I in trouble? And she was like, your voice is, there's something there, Druzy. Like you should really like pursue music. But we lived in a small town. There was like no way to pursue music at the time. So eventually I went on the X Factor when I was a teenager. And that was my sort of jump start into the industry.
Dang. Wait, how old were you when you were singing downstairs?
When my mom saw me, I was probably like 8 years old or a little bit younger.
I don't even know what I was doing at 8 years old.
She forced me to do every talent show after that. She was like, she's going to be a star. No, I'm just kidding. No, I wanted to. At my Christian school with the 8 people in my class, it was so easy to win.
Star here. Oh my God.
Yeah, and then I was 14 when I went on the X Factor.
Oh, wow.
So still pretty
young.
young and still absolutely clueless about the industry side, which is what I think got me where I ended up. Because if I had known what the industry was like, I don't know if I would have done it. I would have been scared out of my mind. And it's so complicated how this all works. Like, y'all know. And so I think I would have been like, I am nobody. I cannot accomplish anything in this industry. But I had no idea. So I just wanted to sing.
Yeah, especially like at 14 years old, you probably don't have a business sense super well. So you're like relying on like your mom or a manager or someone to like run your whole life.
Exactly.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was fun.
How, like going on the X Factor, I mean, did someone encourage you to go on the X Factor or auditions were in your town? Or like what was the moment where you decided like I need to go try out for X Factor?
They had, I actually didn't make it the first time I auditioned, which I don't usually tell that part because I don't know, it makes people feel kind of weird. I don't know. But I auditioned. I went to LA, brought my whole family, waited in line 14 or 15 hours, got a no. And I was pretty discouraged because I thought that meant I was just a bad singer. But my mom was like, well, they have those little booths in the mall. Why don't we just do one and see? Like, even though you got a no, it was the same year. This was like a month later.
Wait, what do you mean these little booths?
There's the X Factor had these booths that they would set up in the mall that you could go in. It was like soundproof booth in the middle of the food court and just sing, press record, and it would sing and it would send it in. I thought it was kind of a gimmick just to promote the show and like make awareness, but it was real. And they called me back like 3 months later when I had forgotten all about that and already gotten the no in real life. And they called me, they're like, you want to fly to Seattle? You're coming on the X Factor. You're singing for Simon Cowell. And again, I just was in the middle of Arizona, like, hello? Is this a prank? Because this hurts.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. I've never seen the booths in the mall.
I don't
You would never think you'd get a call back from that or people watch them.
What mall was this?
This was it was the Scottsdale Mall, and I didn't live there. So again, we drove like an hour to do it, or an hour and a half to do it from where I lived because I lived in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, I don't know. It was real. I never saw him again. It almost feels like that was a fever dream and wasn't real, but it was. My parents remember this. I'm not fully crazy.
Jeez, I'm picturing that. When I was 14, my priority was not like music at all. I was an insecure little boy practicing like my skills on piano. So you were further ahead than I was. I
wish I played piano. My mom put me in lessons more than one time, and I hated it. And now I'm like, I can't do anything with my hands.
That's why we rely on the feet.
Yeah, and back to the topic we're all here for.
Feet. Well, that kind of gets us into that question too of the moment, because I mean that's also a trend right now too. The picture. Have you seen that? Would you say the X Factor was your like the moment for just music, social media, everything? The turning point.
I think I had two the moments so far, which was going on the X Factor was my first the moment, and then when I first went viral on TikTok as a singer, because I don't dance, I don't know how to like do anything else. Going viral the first time singing a Celine Dion song, and like my following was just going up like by 1 million. That was my other like the moment. It felt kind of similar to being on the X Factor.
Yeah, I remember watching that video and being like, oh my God. That was also, I met you before that and I had no idea who you were when I saw that one too.
Really?
Yeah. And then I also accidentally sent you that weird TikTok video. And then I saw you at that other influencer event.
He sent me Whoa.
I don't even know.
We
what
need
it
to
was.
find this.
He
Oh, wait.
accidentally sent me a video of a guy telling like an incest joke.
Oh god.
I swear. That's
And
what
I
it
did
was.
not.
You know,
I don't even remember watching it. I remember
You-
watching that video when I sent it to you, and I was like, I've never seen this before.
No, because it was easy at that time. A lot of people had been doing that. Another like a really.
Bryce is-
Sorry, Bryce, take a moment.
I love how cool you're being about
All
it.
right,
You guys
I'm
have
not,
a,
we're not putting that on the
yeah,
screen.
you
Sorry.
guys have a solid relationship now, but imagine not
Well, it
knowing
was
each
like-
other and that happening. I'd be sweating.
Bro,
Honestly, I
I'd
thought
never
he
want
was
to see you
cool.
again.
I feel like we were strangers for such a long time, but didn't know we were. Actually, what did you say?
You said honestly, I thought it was cool.
I thought it was cool.
Oh God.
No,
I don't even
but
know.
that same week, TikTok changed their format, and a few other people also. James Arthur, like the musician, also accidentally
yeah.
sent me a TikTok like a few.
James
days before.
Arthur did?
Yes. So
What?
You're not my top like accidental video. No, I'm just kidding.
What did James Arthur send you?
I can't remember now. I could pull
I
it
think
up.
incest was bad.
It's just more feet pic stuff.
His team is like, people are confused. They think he sent you an incest video. I'm like, it was Small Town Hollywood.
Oh God.
yeah, let's clarify that.
I sent. Yeah, it was not my video that I was incestual with some person.
No. It was a joke. It was someone telling a joke.
Yeah. Ooh, can we cut this short? Is it hard to breathe in here? It's kind of.
It is a little hot in here.
Wait, so what did you say? Did you say anything to her after you saw that video?
I didn't realize
or you
until
just
like.
let it. Just let it.
Well, I
don't
was
think you
scrolling
said-
through.
No, we saw each other at a party, and then you brought it up.
Well, I think I brought it up because I was like, I am so sorry.
But you never
I
said
DM'd you ba-
anything.
No, I sent it back because I remember
Oh.
going through. I was like, I was looking. I think it was Alec Benjamin. I saw him pop up, and I was like, oh, he's following me back, amazing. And right underneath him was another like verified user. It was you. And I clicked on it. I'm like, oh, she sent me something. Click on it. I'm like, no, I sent her something. I'm like, damn. And it was, I don't know. I remember watching that and being like, oh, this isn't even funny. Like, it's just like weird. Which when I saw you at that event, then I was like, I'm sorry. And you were with your husband, and I'm like, I didn't mean anything.
Yeah, because he was like, how do you guys know each other to you and I? We're like,
Oh,
it's
geez.
weird, but not like that weird. Different kind of weird. That's also really hard to explain at this time.
Jeez.
Well,
I'm, like,
but now
crying
we
from
send
that.
each other weird videos all the time. Like you and
Yeah.
I. Yeah.
Which we don't need to pull those up. Those are
No.
really weird.
But I think it's our thing.
It set the tone.
Oh,
Let you guys be yourselves a little bit more.
We can add you to the chat if you.
I would love that.
Okay,
Oh,
perfect.
dude.
These topics interest me.
I'd be curious what you think of the videos we're sending. Oh, Lord.
Pull them up on the screen.
Next time. Anyway, question. Where are we at?
I got one.
All right, go ahead.
So, I mean, X Factor was kind of like the music moment, and then social media, you had some virality there. But fun fact, we actually started SmallTown Hollywood like 2 weeks before you started your TikTok.
Really?
Like our first TikTok went up like 2 weeks before you.
So we're trying to say we're better than you.
Well,
Did I
that's what I'm
copy
trying to
you?
say.
There,
We're real-
are you about
Yeah.
to say, and
No,
you
no,
did
no.
everything we had done on our page?
No. This was midway through 2019, which was super early for TikTok. You know, it had just transitioned from being Musical.ly. So, like, why did you see TikTok as like a powerhouse for marketing at that time? Because no one else is really taking it seriously. So, like, what was the
No.
factor that got you onto using TikTok?
Yeah, us in this room and maybe a handful of other people were doing musical content, and it wasn't big and it wasn't being pushed. I was on a tour, which we'll leave unnamed for various reasons, but I was on a tour that was full of TikTokers. None that were musicians really, but all of them were very famous, and I literally had like a measly amount of followers left on Instagram, and I was like, what is TikTok? I'm so uncool at this time. This is humiliating. And so I tried to download TikTok. I was like, should I dance? Like, should I like start doing like the dances?
God.
And one of my friends was like, just upload a video of you singing and see what happens. So I did. That was it. I just uploaded videos of me singing, and immediately they started doing well. I think the only reason, it's not because I'm talented, which I am. No, I'm just kidding. It's because there just wasn't content like that yet that was like blowing up. And then of course now everybody's doing original content, which is awesome.
Yeah, that was during like the Musical.ly or Musical.ly, whatever transition
Musical.ly,
into
yeah.
TikTok. So all the content was like, I don't know, if you had very genuine and authentic content, you stood out so fast from the crowd.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it was just lip singing videos. And I mean, we still do that, but not.
Yeah, I mean, if
As
you think there's no
intense.
originality on TikTok now, like there was absolutely zero.
geez,
then,
yeah.
You know, it was,
So people are probably like lip singing to that, pretending that
Yeah,
Like
a lot of my original videos that I was uploading, people were lip syncing to it, which doesn't happen quite as much anymore because original audio is kind of king on the app. But yeah, people were lip syncing all the time. Fun story, guys. I hate to tell this. Maybe we should not do it.
No, we should
No,
tell
we're
it.
doing
We're telling it.
My thoughts are making me say it, and I don't want to.
Oh,
but
okay.
no, one time, one of my videos singing blew up so much that a lot of people were doing really good lip syncs to it, like where it looked real, because there was an echo. It looked real. So Jason Derulo commented on this girl lip syncing to my voice, and he was like, "Yo, dope voice" or whatever. Anyway, I had done a video where I was like, if you're Jason Derulo, stop scrolling. So a lot of people were like, update us. Has Jason ever responded? And I'm like, well, he did respond on a video of someone lip syncing to me. Immediately after I said that, he deleted his comment on the girl's video.
No.
Never responded
Jason.
to me. Then he got a restraining order against me. Now, no.
Wait,
I'm just
shut
kidding.
up.
Oh God, that would
No,
be.
but really, like I immediately said, well, he kind of has heard me sing before because he responded to this girl lip syncing and he thought it was real because she did such a good job. And then he deleted the comment within like an hour.
I did a cinnamon toast crunch campaign with him, and my video like did super well, but he deleted the original sound for it.
Oh no.
And the video. So now that video is just on my page, and I'm like singing and stuff to it, and there's no sound because Jason deleted it.
Well, I do have to say he's a very good content creator / celeb.
Yeah,
I think he's
same.
one of the best celebrities gone TikTokers
Oh my
on
God,
the
yeah.
app. I love his content style.
Yeah,
does
he
a
was
great
kind of the
job.
first celebrity to really go for it and figure it out on the platform.
Now he's like one of the top 3 biggest, I think, influencers. It's
I
like,
don't know if he's still. I haven't looked at his page recently.
there's a
but
while where he
got pretty creative.
Is he at 100 million yet? I think he's close.
He might be close. I mean, he does such like big production content. It's pretty cool.
He's got to have a full team that helps him with his TikTok.
Oh, for sure. Actually, I like to picture him just doing it all himself. That's cool.
Just all this CGI.
Yeah.
He went to school for like computer CGI stuff.
Get him on the podcast. Find out who's doing his content.
Jason,
Jason?
we'd love to have you.
Jason Derulo. Anyway, what would you say your day-to-day looks like as an influencer / social media star / musician? What do you do?
I usually wake up, cry, and go back to bed. No.
Specific corner.
I don't know. It's always changing. I do my podcast every week, which is fun because I bring on other TikTokers and I just want to showcase my friends' really cool stories. And so I do that a lot of the time. I work for an agency creating TikTok content for other people, which that's where I feel like the most useful. I've always had all these ideas, but I can't quite implement them on my account just because I do strictly music. So that takes up a lot of my time. I create music every couple days. I'm in a session. Yeah, it's just boring. So boring. I don't do anything fun. I have 0 hobbies.
I don't know.
I think that's awesome that you're working with an agency like on the side from your own social media stuff. How did you get connected with doing that? Because that seems like a trend for people that are in the creative space now, or influencers that are on TikTok. It's like to have that side hustle that's kind of off of their social that people don't see. So that's interesting to talk about. Like, say more on that.
I've never had a side hustle really. And for some reason, I always thought I need to just only do music if I want to be taken seriously. But I started to notice people were like, I'm useful in so many other ways. I'm not just a musician. I can do all these other things. Honestly, agencies started reaching out to me and I just faked it until I made it. I had no resume. Like there's no like special thing I did. I didn't go to college for marketing or anything like that. I am very confident that I can help people because I'm an overachiever. So I will never if someone asks for one idea, I always send 10. And so I think it was just that I just really overdid it. And they were like, all right, she's pretty good. She's giving us 10 for the price of one. And my husband has an agency. He manages most of the TikTokers that people love. And so I just saw what he was doing and other agencies were reaching out to him and I as a team, and it just kind of went from there. We just help people. I just like to say I help people. I help people achieve their dream and it's fun.
I love that thing.
Their dream is TikTok. It's a very small dream. No.
I feel like most people's dream is like TikTok though. What was that quote we had in our little first episode of how many kids want to be like influencers?
Yeah, I think
today?
out of Gen Zers and millennials, if you ask them would they want to be an influencer, 8 out of 10 would say yes.
Of course.
So kids and I mean even people up into their 30s are thinking about how to be influencers.
It's like one of the most coveted careers in the world
Right.
now, which is crazy that we're moving
It's
that
a
direction.
little bit scary and kind of sad in some ways that 8 out of 10 people want to be famous. But it is kind of the world we're in, and what you don't want to be is left out. I think it's really that. It's people just don't want to be left out. If everybody else around them is doing, content, and they're the one who's not, they start to lose like their place in their social groups and stuff, which is still, again, kind of sad. But I don't know, if you can think of something positive to do with your following, why wouldn't you try?
Oh, for sure. I think, I don't know if this is the same for you, but after you do get that fix of like fame or whatever, it kind of goes more into like, oh, I have influence now. Like where should I direct this? Is it more for like selfish needs or whatever? Or like, am I going to like, now that I have influence, can I help other people? Like kind of what you were saying before. Because I mean, I'm sure people have literally tagged me in videos of you and stuff. And they're like, I love you so much, blah, blah, blah. You're like making me, I want to be a musician for you. You inspire me, blah, 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 like that. So like I feel like you can take that and be like, oh, I'm the best. Or like, oh, I'm like directing all this and I'm helping other people.
Yeah, and you can see that kind of pivotal moment in a lot of creator and influencer and celebrities' life where they do decide, like, am I doing this for myself or am I doing this because I think I have something that I could offer to the world? Which I would say, if young people are listening to the podcast, pay attention to that. It's very obvious why your favorite celebrity is doing what they're doing. You just have to look for that pivotal moment where after they blew up, they decided, am I doing this for my followers? Do I have something great to offer? Or am I doing this because I just love myself and I'm only thinking about myself? Pay attention to that and you will create a nice circle of people to follow that do have something to offer and are good people and aren't going to drain you and make you feel like you're not good enough. So there you are.
Yes, come on. We're preaching right now.
Yeah,
period. Right. I mean, I feel like that's a leveled up perspective of what it is to be an influencer. Because I wonder, like, people that see it from the outside looking in, what their intention is for wanting to be an influencer.
Because there's that question of like, oh, I had a viral video and now people know me and people are watching my face. And it's the like, now that I've fulfilled that like need of like, oh, I want to be famous. Like, what's next?
Yeah,
like
now who am I? Now what do I do?
I know, because I mean, you have a lot of influence, and like you had the like fulfillment of like, oh, I'm somebody now. I'm like important, but you have to realize like, oh, there's way more to that for when you have like influence and essentially power. Because some of these kids are listening to like giant influencers and do whatever they say, whatever, like comment whatever they want.
Yeah, to influence is to hold power, and not everybody. I mean, I'm not even sure 8 out of 10 people should want the amount of power that comes with influencing. So you do have to be like very vigilant about like why you are doing what you're doing. Because you can suck that power and start shooting it out in the wrong ways to the world. And now you have a messed up, group of people following you. So you have to be careful.
Oh, for sure.
So the creative agency stuff takes up a decent amount of your time on top of just being an influencer, doing music stuff. But that clearly shows that you've got that creative brain for coming up with viral concepts, right?
Yeah, I love to
So we kind of
create.
wanted to dive into more about the 3-word generator and how that's been like such a massive series for you, and then also how that leads into promoting your own music.
Yeah, so my only real claim to fame trend-wise on my account is my 3 random word challenge, where I take 3 random words from a website that just randomly generates them, and I write a song with them. It takes about 30 minutes to do it. We've done it together, me and SmallTownHollywood over here. And I try not to like put too much thought into it because that's the fun of content and you want people to feel included. If I was like, guys, I took 3 weeks to write this song, it loses that kind of excitement of being there while it happens. So I click record, I write down a couple lyrics, click record again, never get up to go to the bathroom or anything. 2 of my biggest songs to this day were from that challenge, which is so weird. Again, as like a traditional musician, influencing is really weird to me. Like doing something that like blew up on TikTok as my real music that's on Spotify is really weird. But Kings, who we all know, we did a song called Skeletons together that blew up with that challenge. And then my biggest song is my song Orchestra, and that blew up from that challenge as well. Completely just by happenstance and accident.
That shows the power of TikTok right there, especially for like songwriters and musicians. Because now I feel like, I mean, I see so many videos on my For You page that people are like literally trying to do stuff that like original stuff that you created. Like,
Yeah.
You came up with that idea, and other people are like trying to figure out like, oh, should I do a finish this verse? Should I do like a finish the what are those? The
open verse challenges.
Like those people, like I've seen so many people copy that to the point where it's like oversaturated now. I feel like I've seen a lot of people copy what you started. You started that, right? I feel like you coined the term like random word generator songwriting challenge.
Yeah, I did start it, but I was a smaller creator at the time. So a few bigger creators were doing it. They credited me, one time, but then they start doing 5 or 10, and they're not going to credit me all the time. And so people just thought it was those people at first. But I think now most people have seen my face. I say it the same. Another key, like when you're creating content, is to create like the persona that is you, and don't like falter from that. Writing a song with 3 random words. I always say it like that, and that's something that goes into people's brain. Oh, this is that girl again.
Give that to us one more time.
Writing a song with 3 random words. I'll do it again. Me. Right.
I was waiting. I was ready for that one. It's like, this is going to be the best one yet. But yeah, it is crazy that, I don't know what the phrase is, but like replication is like the biggest sign of like a compliment. What is that?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Flattery.
Imitation is the biggest form of flattery.
Yeah, something like that.
None of us know.
But I've also noticed with like little trends like I've done that, and you've sent me other people like doing my trend, like even the reverse it thing. Like people start off like tagging me, and those before it's like a big trend, and then once it's a huge trend, everyone's doing it. So it's kind of like, oh.
Like, and you start to not know who did start it too. I'm not one of those people who's like, no one ever credits me and that sucks or whatever. No one knows. Like, it's so hard to tell. I typically will ask. Like, that's why I asked you. I was like, Jarek, didn't you come up with this?
That's a different story. But I feel like I've been thinking about that too. Like a good way to like coin a trend, I feel like is using like a hashtag or something, and then just own that first spot. But I don't know how to gatekeep a specific trend, or if you even can.
I don't think you can, and that's why you working in the creative agency and having that creative brain, like you're always going to be able to come up with more ideas then, and you'll be like the original starter of a trend. But as long as you can come up with new ideas, you're always going to be fine. But even the fill in the verse or whatever we just what is it called? Open verse challenge. Yeah. Open verse challenge. It's like I just said it.
So many series.
I feel like when I go on TikTok, I've seen everything, or everything's been done at this point. It's so saturated, but then something like that pops up and it's a massive trend, and you're like, wow, that's so creative.
Yeah.
And then it becomes massive and people use it and it becomes oversaturated, and then it doesn't hit the same like it used to. So it's not a great way to market your music anymore. And then you come up with something like what you're talking about.
Did you two come up with the bowl mashup? Is that your thing?
Yeah, well, it was right after you left. And I was like, crap, I don't have anyone like to do mashups with consistently. So I'm like, how am I supposed to make this interesting? So I was like, I'll just get a bowl and pick up random like songs and just try to riff off of it. And it did. First one did super good. And then
I love that. I remember seeing it before we had met too, and I thought it was really cool. I remember seeing both of y'all too before we really.
We
did meet at one point, but we didn't know we met. Y'all have had a lot of viral videos.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Especially recently.
The repost that's at like almost, I think it's past 10 million views already.
Unbelievable. I had people reaching out to me about you guys, seeing if I knew you because they saw that like you were from Nashville or something. Like, do you know how we can get into contact with them? I'm like, what the heck?
I have an email on my Instagram.
They wanted the plug. They wanted me to be the plug.
It's for feet pics or something. Is it your feet pic plug?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. $1,000 per foot, per toe.
We need to get connected with that. You can't hold back on us anymore.
I'll do that.
I won't, guys.
Oh yeah, we can't go down this rabbit hole. This is a whole
teach you how to set your rates.
Create a paywall.
Yeah.
No free stuff.
Wait, yeah. Also, do you have any other series? I feel like I've seen you do so much stuff. Like any other ones that are like.
Do you have any failed series stuff that you've tested out that you're like, this is a genius idea, but
dude,
just put it up on TikTok?
All the time. I some people don't believe in this. I delete videos if they fail.
Okay.
Really? Oh yeah.
Because it does affect your numbers. If you have like 3 videos that did really bad, the 4th one's probably also going to do bad for a while. It just tricks the algorithm a little bit. So anyway, I've had lots of failed ideas. That's how I'm so confident in the ideas I have now, was because I tried so many things and they didn't work. But
is that draining though? I'm personally on the side where I'm like, it's up, it's out there, I'm just gonna leave it. Like you work really hard on that. It's probably like hours of work.
It's always the ones that I work the hardest on that do really bad.
I feel like that would
super frustrating.
We did a bunch of mashups and covers and stuff like that, and probably for like 6 months that was working for us. But we decided that we wanted to go like more high quality and kind of make a series on TikTok. Because at the time we felt like that's kind of where TikTok was heading, is like more highly produced content. So we came up.
It was.
And like retro 80s music, like The Weeknd, that kind of vibe was coming back into pop culture.
I thought that was our best.
So we had the idea to remix like current songs and put it over like older instrumental tracks, and also like pick older movies and dress up in those costumes. So like we did kind of a parody of E.T. I can't remember the songs
Roddy
that
Ricch.
and Roddy Ricch.
Yeah,
and it was remixed. What was under it? Do you remember?
It was Sweet Dreams.
So Roddy Ricch the Box over Sweet Dreams, and then it was E.T. themed. So it was a bunch of like throwback,
It was
kind of like
crazy,
vintage feeling. We had a videographer record it. Super high production. We did 3 or 4 kind
Kings
of
was in
series
it.
like that.
Kings did one with Bryce.
I feel like I've seen
Circles
this.
and-
I want y'all to.
You
pull it
might
up on
not
the
have,
screen.
because they didn't do anything.
Oh really?
And it was so
looking
disappointing.
back, I think they did kind of well compared to like what
Yeah,
engagement
it was
is
bad
today.
back then.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
what's happened so much, because originally when we were starting out, like everything was millions and millions and millions. Now I'm happy if it gets like 10K likes. Like that's really good for my following size and other people like in comparison. But yeah, I mean it's hard out here. I used to think 10K likes would be kind of bad in the
Dude,
beginning.
We
But
would delete.
now I'm like,
we would
dang.
delete stuff all the time. But I feel like you have to look at it as like a TV channel. It's like something where like people are going on your page and they're going to like deep dive into you, because I mean you're super talented, super famous, blah blah blah. They want to go back and just devour your content.
That's true.
So like if a video does bad right then and there, like I mean I'll leave up stuff, even the ones that we had that we thought were bad. Now it's at like 1 million views just because videos blow up and like it kind of trickles down.
Yeah, you are one of the people who told me that sometimes your videos blow up later. I think.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm
'cause
scared of
Creator
that.
Fund, though.
That gives me a fright. I don't know.
Oh,
The-
fright.
The thought of like leaving it up in hopes for some reason. I mean, I'll leave videos that, especially if it's promoting my music, that doesn't do as well, because I know TikTok doesn't want me to promote something that's taking people out of the app.
Yeah.
I'll leave that up, but I don't know. I'm a reposter. So if it doesn't do well,
Which
I take it
I'm-
down and repost it again.
I think I'm learning that from you a little bit more too, and that's been working for like our
Yeah,
videos.
I'm gonna
that's a-
post it 5 times.
That's a major hack. We used to not think like that.
I know Austin
like-
Ware too.
Yeah, we'd be like, you can't
TikTok
repost
drummer told
content. People are going to see that, but TikTok's not like that at all.
Dude.
I mean, you look at your stats, and a lot of your engagements from the For You page if something goes
Yeah.
viral. So your followers aren't even really seeing a post that goes viral.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like 20 people that might say, "Oh, is this a repost?"
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's based on the For You page, like you said. So
Yeah.
repost it, baby.
Repost it. I do think for keeping videos up from your side, I think it affects brand deals more than anything. Like if they see low engagement,
Correct.
they're gonna try, like we talked about this in like our last episode.
They'll lowball
but like
you.
gaslight you a little bit to make
Yeah.
it seem like, oh, 2 million plus followers isn't a lot because your engagement is so low. But they have to remember, like, this is a TV channel. You're gonna have other videos blow up, and in the future, that piece of content is gonna do really, really well.
Right.
People are gonna be like, oh, the person that did, I don't know, that giant mashup or 3-word generator challenge had a video after I deep dived of feet pics or something. I don't know, some brand deal, and they're gonna look at that and be like, oh, actually, I might watch this. It's gonna continue to get views unless you
Yeah.
take it down.
You're right. You are right. I think I need to take a little bit from you in that, in like playing the
Just
long
test
game.
it out though. Just like you don't have to.
But yeah, it is scary though when you do have like a brand coming on your page and you're like, crap, my last video like really did not do well. And it's hard to figure out why it doesn't do well, because the algorithm changes so much with TikTok. It's like other YouTube and Instagram are easier to get the algorithm. TikTok's like once you get it, they change it.
Yeah. And brands come at the weirdest times. Like I was just promoting my music, and like when you promote your music and just like lip singing, it's pretty like everyone's doing that. So it doesn't get crazy engagement. But I even noticed like there's a time when like I was getting only like 30K maybe max for a video, and it was like 4 videos in a row, and I was still getting crazy brand deals. And then when I posted the one with me and you, I went through I wasn't getting anything. So I'm like, is it engagement or is it quarterly? Like It's in a time period where like, oh, it's right after. I've heard after Christmas, brands don't really like reach out.
They do it differently. There's not one way. It's not one size fits all because they're also trying to figure it out as well. Some of them look at following and they never move past that. They're like, all right, 2 million followers, that's great. And they send you what they would send everybody with 2 million. Some people look and ask for engagement. They want to see the analytics. They want to see like all that. That freaks me out. Every time someone's like, let me see your analytics, I'm like, do you want me to take my bra off too? Like this is
this is too much.
This episode.
Sorry guys. Put that. Can that be the sound bite at the beginning of the episode?
Oh yeah.
That's it.
You want me to take my bra off too?
Oh no.
Sorry guys.
I did realize there is a little, not like a trick, but when a company asks for analytics, make sure you're sending like 30-day on TikTok, because odds are like in the past week, unless you blew up and you're excited to send those, like do it. Be like, hey, I'm an influencer. I'm a human being. Like engagement goes up and down. Literally when I was posting like crazy 15 days ago, this is what it looked like. And I think you can do like 6 month too on analytics. It's all like how you word it.
Yep.
Because if you're like I think my engagement's actually kind of low right now, but 3 days ago I was getting like 10K followers a day from that repost. So if they're judging like brand deals off of just the engagement during this specific day, it's gonna like I'm not gonna charge like $300 because my engagement's low for just today, and then tomorrow it blows up, and then and now it's at $2,000 a video.
I also just send them other brand videos that I've done so that they can look at that, because I mean, hope only the ones that do well, of course, but send them those and say, this is typically what a brand deal looks like on my page.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't go based off of yesterday's.
So someone reaches out to you and they lowball you, like what's your rebuttal? Like do you show them different stats, or you're like, if I post this video, it's going to go viral after this, or like, do you have things like,
if they lowball me?
Yeah.
Honestly, I have a little bit too much pride. I just say, all right, see you later. No, I mean, sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm like, guys, I'm not going lower than that. Like, you said like sometimes people want to gaslight you into a lower price. I never play that. I'll either just say thank you, like keep me in your mind for the future, I'll try and convince them of why I'm worth that, or I'll offer something else that might entice them. So it could be, how about I throw in an Instagram story post, and now they're going to do my rate. So sometimes you want to word it differently, like you said, though it's kind of the way you word it. But yeah, I mean, a lot of them are like, nope, sorry, this is all we have, and that's fine.
I feel like if they give you a hard no, just give a hard no back. And I mean, recently I've noticed that come back and like, hey, can you do this? But that's a good idea with offering like, hey, but I'll also put you on my Instagram stories or TikTok stories.
Yeah, or I'll post it as a reel too. And that depends. And I'm super like precious about what brand deals I do. I always want my followers to know that I like the brand that I'm promoting. So that's the other thing. If I really love the product, I'm happy to like also put it on reels because I love the product. I never do brand deals that I don't love. So
yeah, and you're a big advocate of like brand relationships, of like make sure like that you and the brand are like on good terms with everything. Almost like, I think you told me that with someone you worked with. I
mean, yeah, I'm just a fan of fostering relationships in general. And so you don't want to like create any bad blood. You never know who's worked where, like where people are going to work in the future. Right.
Well, if that
brand
people
move around a lot in the influencer industry, like on the business side of things. So creating those relationships, and like, I don't know, if they switch companies and they're doing a new promotion, they'll hit you up for a completely different brand deal. So I mean, that's just a perspective too. Like, have the long game in mind when you're doing these brand deals. And like you said, don't accept anything that you don't love. Like, from your own integrity, I think that's something that's super important.
Yeah.
If you want to go.
Yeah, I'm not going to do like a weight loss tea if I actually think it's like full of crap or it's bad for people or whatever. I want it to be something that, you know, I actually believe in, and I want the brands to know that like, hey, I am not a creator who just is taking the money. I really want like my followers to get something from this, and I want you to get something from this as a brand. Yeah, I mean, you're right though. Play the long game. You never know where people are going to work. So many people I know who used to work at Spotify are now working over at Apple, and like you just can never know. So yeah, you don't want to burn any bridges. And if they're lowballing you, you don't need to take offense to that. It's all they have. It's possibly just the budget that they have. So.
Yeah, and like know your worth, but you can be polite about it. You know?
For sure. I think we should get into the next question.
I think we were really going a long time on that, guys.
That was a very, very, very good topic, which I feel like this is what people are coming to like hear from Broke and Famous.
Yeah.
It's like, this is like, brands are really good at keeping you like famous and broke, and we want to switch that and make you rich and famous. So that insight is very like, we appreciate that. You want to read the next one?
Yeah. So, I mean, we've kind of covered like your social media stuff, your music stuff, integrating some business into that. I want to focus kind of more on the mental health side of social media, because I know that's a hot topic.
Okay.
A lot of people don't honestly share like how they're doing with social media, because we see your best every time you're on camera. And some people are authentic and they'll like show you how they're actually doing, but that kind of stuff doesn't necessarily like do super well. So I don't think it's shared as often as, you know, people would probably want to. But for you, like, what's your mental health journey been like with social media?
Not good, honestly. I like to be funny because I don't want people to know that I'm sad or discouraged or whatever. But it's very hard, especially when you're chasing numbers. I know, like, you guys totally get this too. When you're chasing the viral aspect of it, when you don't go viral, it hurts so bad, and it shouldn't. Like, that's not healthy. A therapist would say, why are you being validated only by followers or only by going viral? And I would say, you're not my therapist anymore. But no, but it is hard because your goals can get really muddied. And my goals always get muddied because when you do go viral, it feels so good. Like, finally, I'm getting the recognition I deserve. That when you don't, you feel like nobody likes me. It's because everybody hates me. It's because I didn't do well enough. It's because I'm not as pretty. I'm not as good. I'm not as whatever. And I've struggled with that for a very long time. I hate criticism. So I try to only post content that like can't get bullied. Because I'm afraid that like somebody's going to knock me down. I used to get called horse face and other things when I was on the X Factor, and it stuck with me because I was a teenager and I was vulnerable and didn't expect that for forever.
Jeez.
And so I did an anti-bullying tour. My husband created it and started a nonprofit for it. And I just talked about this. That was my biggest therapy, was just actually saying I got hurt. Influencers love to be like, this is my amazing life and I have all this money and all this stuff. But the money and all this stuff just doesn't cut it when you feel like you're not good enough every single day of your life, or you feel like you're going to have to strive again tomorrow. Like, dang it, I went viral today. Now what am I going to do tomorrow? Like, tomorrow I'm going to wake up feeling like crap again. So yeah, not good. It's not been good.
It's scary being on, like, your career is on display for like everyone to see, and it's popular. So it's not like having a finance job in like a cubicle where like your big project is submitted to like one person and it's like the affirmation comes from them. This is by like thousands and sometimes millions of people. Actually, yeah, you're at 2+ million followers. Like, there's millions of people that are looking at you under a microscope. So it's easy to like read into like, I'm sure you get, I've seen your comments. You get a lot of love, and then I'm sure you get a few of the hate comments, and your eyes only get directed to those ones.
You only see that no matter
It
how
sucks.
old you get. I'm in my mid-20s. Why do I care like what some kid with a picture of Minecraft as his like thing is
like,
saying
you're
about
dumb
me?
and ugly.
Yeah,
It's like,
but I do care about what the Minecraft kid says about me. It's hard not to,
because it comes from another human being that has like eyes and can perceive your content. So you're like, they have some kind of like critique that might mean something.
Yeah, or it's like, if he saw that, did everybody see that? Like, does everybody think I look like a horse? Like, and so you can't let your mind play those tricks on you though. Otherwise, this is like not the world for you.
Hey, you keep bringing that up. You don't look like a horse. Okay.
Sorry, that was just like one of the first big like viral comments on my YouTube when I was on the X Factor, was that like I got hundreds of other people
horse.
liking it.
What the heck?
And so yeah, you just can't choose an industry that hurts you if you're not willing to try and work through the hurt. For years, I just put it away. I was like, whatever, I'm just going to be funny. I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be hot. I'm just going to whatever. But now it's like, okay, I like to be funny, but I also want the world to know that like I have feelings.
Yeah.
This does affect me. And when it affects me negatively, I just don't present myself at those times because I don't think I have something good to offer. I had a bad day yesterday. I know I'm not posting on Instagram on a bad day because I'll start saying like stuff that I don't stand behind on a normal day. So just holding yourself accountable for what your words are when somebody else is hurting you or you're having a bad day. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of comes with the responsibility of being an influencer. Like, you have a platform that you can say whatever you want on. So like in times where you are going through, I guess there's two sides of it. It's like be authentic and like people want to know how you're doing, but at the same time, like if you're going through something and like you're kind of unhinged, like take some time to breathe. It's okay to take time off of social media to like collect yourself and collect your thoughts and then come with like kind of more of a polished statement. But I still think there's an element of authenticity that the social media space is kind of moving towards.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's also a psychological component too of how you're trained into the industry. Like when you're blowing up and you're having all this success, like your image is kind of, and your happiness is kind of tied to the numbers, to the virality. And everyone has their like ups and downs, but on the way up, like you get a high from that. I remember when we were blowing up, like our happiness and our success like was tied to the numbers.
Yeah.
Of it. And like that's something that you have to get past mentally when things start to dip. If you really do want to do music and influencing for the long run, like you gotta be prepared for like the downs and still be able to be the same person. You know,
that happens to literally everyone. It
Yeah,
could be Charlie D'Amelio. She has dips.
Everybody, because the bigger you get, the more pressure is on to always maintain that giant, following. I see people do it to Addison Rae or big people. They're like, oh, you fell off because one video just wasn't as viral as her first viral video.
I know.
And it's just,
they're like trying to even switch it up and do something that's going to make them happier.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like you probably have done something like this where like your niche is so set on a specific thing. Mine was like covers for a long time. I'm like, hey, I want to be a original artist. Like I have music I write. And once you start switching it up, it's like, I don't know. People don't like it. Switching up the camera.
I was adjusting your camera for you. I work for this podcast now.
Can you see this?
So this is actually our intern.
Yeah, right.
Can you fact check?
I told you, when's the girl that you introduced coming in? All right. But facts, guys, facts.
Yeah, facts.
Well, I appreciate you being honest about that because I think a lot of people do think that that it's just sunshine and rainbows, having a ton of followers and making a lot of money from social media. But it's
just
tough.
added pressure. Really.
It's tough out here.
Jeez.
It's real.
And especially
because
no one sees like the background work. They only see the final product. So it looks like, oh, you're just naturally great at like all this. But they don't see like all the lights for this podcast. They're probably, people watching this video right now probably think it's just a mic and a camera. They don't see the lighting.
Yeah,
the
or
cords.
the 1,000 chords. And
Maybe we'll take a picture. Let's throw up the picture right here. Should we show the background?
Yeah, right.
Bryce is like, no.
I'll put a picture in.
Well, anyway, let's get to question 7 because we're approaching our time limit. Well, we keep consistently seeing you posting on social media, posting music, posting Instagram posts. What is next for Drew Ryn? Where are you headed?
Gonna have a baby, like start a family.
Whoa, I'd be like, oh my God, are you dropping this info on this podcast?
Yeah, imagine I give you that bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to drop it on People Magazine. Let's do it here.
That'd be crazy.
No. I have a song coming out on the 12th of next month called Strangers. It's been kind of blowing up on TikTok. So obviously I do all these other things, but music is still my reason. It's my why. And I'm really excited because it's a stripped song. I'm always chasing the pop and like chasing the produced up, but this is like stripped. This is from my heart. So I'm releasing that. I just revamped my podcast, Laundry Day. We just had Drew Afawalo on. We have Shoba, which is TikTok brown chick. Have you seen her? She's a singer.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, she's coming on. So we got some like cool guests and I'm just trucking along. That's it. Just trucking along.
Dang, come on. You got a lot of stuff in stores. That's
what
amazing.
about you? Are you guys gonna be dropping that bomb music or?
We're thinking about doing another mashup. We got a mashup.
Hey, we
which I need to send it to you. By the time people are watching this, it'll be out already. So
enjoy.
But we did have a viral mashup. It hit 10 million, over 10 million, I think. Right?
It did?
Views, or maybe it's a little lower. I know it's at 1.2 million likes.
I stopped reading the comments. They were like, "She's yelling. She is yelling.
Oh my God!
Why is she screaming?"
It might be because the volume is high on yours. No, I thought it sounded good. Did you hear that one?
You guys mashup?
Yeah,
I watch everything you do.
No, I was yelling.
Yeah,
it was fantastic.
I love you. I thought it was good, and people are like, "He's too quiet."
I was, but you know what? I would like to expose you. It's because we do it in the key that fits his voice. So then I'm like,
well, all right. I am definitely a auto-tune favored singer.
Stop.
My tone is beautiful. I'll figure out all the other stuff and like post.
Stop, no.
You're a great singer that was live and not in the X Factor. So I'm like, she can sing in my key. Anyway, let's do our last segment. Wrap this up. What? For the people who don't know who this is, it's Justin Bieber.
Drew, come here.
Okay, fine. I'll come over there.
He said your name?
Yeah, he said my name.
Whoa.
And then he named his clothing line Drew after me.
You ready?
Oh,
Look at him looking at me.
he's in love.
Town. Ooh. I had a high school boyfriend at this time, and
Really?
he was like not stoked about this. He was like,
Well, I wouldn't either.
you're not gonna. I'm like, you really think I could run away with Justin Bieber? I just got voted off the X Factor. You think Justin Bieber wants me?
Didn't you say that there were like little conspiracies where people like
There were TMZ and like some other people were covering that like Selena Gomez was mad, I guess, and she was like people in the building were like, she's here, she's just frustrated. I don't even know if that's true. Like, what is she mad about? I literally, it was me, the horse face girl.
I don't know, the way he was looking at you, that was he was checking out the full package.
He was
The
he was
voice
looking
and
at
everything.
me. Yeah, you know, we actually rehearsed before that.
Really?
Yeah, I
They
think
look
I
at
can
you the
say
same
that.
way?
It's been 10 years. I think I am allowed to like legally say we rehearsed.
Really?
Yeah, and then we
Did
recorded
they cut
that
the kiss?
twice. What?
They cut the kiss after rehearsal.
Yeah, they cut the kiss. No, I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh,
There was no kiss.
We'll send you this before we post it, and you'll be like, "All right, you need to bleep out a lot." Well, anyway,
All right,
I think, yeah.
our second explain this post.
Okay.
Oh, we're doing 2. I don't know if I saw this.
We got
one.
3 of them.
We have 3. We're doing 3. Trace.
So this is my random word song that blew up, the biggest one. Did I do hashtag manifestation?
Oh, come on, you manifested that.
Writing
must
a
have
song
been
with
trending.
3 random words. The words are oppose, chest, orchestra. Period.
Period.
What more I'm supposed to do? Don't know if I'm still opposed to you. They play
Wow.
my song in this bar. Find my way back to your arms. Ain't seen you since I left your bed 3 years ago. I was in my head. Now
Okay.
we're alone in your car. Don't stop believing it's on. My heart's gonna be
Oh my god.
out of my chest
I was going to look at
tonight.
houses with my mother-in-law. So I was posting every day at this time, and I was like, I have to post, hold on. And I went upstairs and wrote this, and I thought it was terrible. I came back downstairs, I was like, it's terrible, but I have to post because I was posting every day. And then I went and looked at houses. While we were looking at a house, it was like blowing up. Like it had millions of views like in like an hour or 2.
Wait, how much? What is this at right now? For views and likes. I think those are comments.
Yeah, if you
underneath?
click that exit, I don't know what it's at.
What are you doing? Oh my god. this is
2.9
a
million
big
likes.
one.
I don't know how many views, but probably like 15 million or 13 million.
Jeez.
That would be the right ratio, right?
You're famous.
I'm super
get
famous. I'm
We
so
get
glad
it.
everybody's
All
gonna
right.
go follow me.
We got one more. Explain this. Explain this clip for you.
What is
This
this?
is a good one.
What is
Guys.
this?
Do you ever just
That one did good too.
I have
18.3k
nothing to say.
likes.
I don't know. I didn't even know this was still up. I thought
That
I
one's-
removed that.
Yeah, it says
Oh, it's
deleting
on
this
there.
in 5 minutes.
What's the inspiration here?
Why did you find that? What were you?
We
were
did a
you
deep
looking
dive.
for this?
We were looking for very specific.
We had a whole ass meeting.
I love that when it's like the
debrief
chipmunks gone.
this. Wait, so what needed to be said here that you felt like?
It's
deleting
just
this
like,
5
do you
minutes.
ever just?
Oh, okay.
Do you ever just?
I feel that. It's usually when I'm cooking though. I'm like, I'm excited to eat. Woohoo!
That jacket just really moves with you. You know?
Oh my gosh. All right.
Love
I
it. Well,
know.
Drew, one more time. Where can we find you?
Drew Ryn at Drew Official on Instagram. I think at Drew Ryn on the Talk. Laundry Day podcast. If you want to hear all the tea that we're spilling over there. And shopdrewryn.com if you want to get the merch.
And strangers.
Strangers is coming out. It's called Strangers. Look me up on Spotify or whatever, Drew Ryn.
Amazing. Thanks for being on the pod.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome.